Hello, Woodstock Wildcats. This is Mr. Harrison giving you a Wildcat wave. And I'm going to read an awesome story to you today called Wyatt the Wonderdog Learns About Good Manners. And this is by Lynn Watts, a friend of mine who was a school counselor in Cherokee County School District. And she became a big shot writer. Pretty cool for her. So here goes. I'm going to read this to you. Hope you enjoy it. Wyatt the Wonderdog wasn't called the Wonderdog because he could do amazing tricks or incredible stunts. He was called the Wonderdog because he wondered about everything. Wyatt wondered why the sky was blue and not pink with purple polka dots. He wondered why he couldn't fly like the birds or live underwater like a fish. Lately, he had been wondering how to help his friend Max learn some good manners. Most days after school, Max would ask if he could come over to Wyatt's house and play. Well, actually, Max didn't ask. He would tell Wyatt that he was coming over. Once he got to Wyatt's house, Max always decided what he would play. He didn't even ask Wyatt what he wanted to play or ever let him go first. Sometimes when they played a game and Max was losing, he would change the rules or decide he didn't want to play that game anymore. When it was time for Max to go home, he always left Wyatt's room in a mess, and he never offered to help clean up. Not good. Wyatt was getting tired always playing what Max wanted to play and cleaning up after Max. He just didn't know what to do about it. He thought about wearing a disguise and pretending he was someone else when he got off the school bus so Max wouldn't follow him home. Max was pretty smart, though, and would probably figure out it was him. He thought about pretending he was sick every day. Max might think that he was contagious and decide to play somewhere else so that he wouldn't get sick. But Wyatt figured he could only be sick for so long before Max would think that he was faking it. He thought about moving to another neighborhood, but when he talked to his mom about that one, she thought that was too much work just to keep from having to play with Max. She suggested that Wyatt talk to Max about how he felt and what he wanted Max to do differently. Wyatt was worried about telling Max how he felt. He wondered if Max would get mad. He wondered if Max would stop being his friend. He wondered if Max would ever play with him again. Wyatt decided that Max would eventually figure out the problem and change on his own. He didn't. Finally, one day after Max had played at Wyatt's house all afternoon, and then left him with a bigger mess than usual, Wyatt decided that Max was never going to change his behavior. If anything, Max was getting worse, and Wyatt just couldn't stand it anymore. He was going to have a talk with Max. The next day, when Max got off the bus and was walking home with him, Wyatt stopped at the corner and told Max that they needed to have a talk before they played anything. Max looked surprised. "Oh, what's the matter?" asked Max. "I can't wait to get to your house and play trouble this afternoon. I've been thinking about strategy all day." "That's the problem," said Wyatt, "is that I feel really upset when we play together because you don't use good manners. You don't ask what I want to play. You don't take turns to decide what we play or who goes first. And you don't ever help clean up before you go home. I want you to start using good manners if you want us to be friends." "Good manners? You mean like saying please and thank you? I can do that." "Wyatt, please hurry up and walk faster so we can get to your house and play trouble." "Good manners isn't just saying please and thank you," said Wyatt. Good manners is showing respect for others by caring about their ideas and feelings. It means letting someone else decide what to play and showing respect for their things by helping to clean up. Oh, I never thought about that, said Max. I guess I was just thinking about myself and what I wanted. Right, said Wyatt. I want to be your friend, but you're going to have to change your behavior and show that you want to be my friend. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so bossy. I certainly didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You are my best friend, but since you never said anything, I thought you liked playing the games we played, said Max. I know. You pick what we play today, and I'll pick tomorrow. Is that good manners? Yes, it is, said Wyatt with a smile. Thanks for listening and being such a good friend. Wyatt and Max walked to Wyatt's house, and then they spent the afternoon riding bikes and shooting baskets. When Max's mother called him to come home, Max put away the bikes and the basketball first before he headed home. Later over dinner, Wyatt's mother asked him how his day had been. Great, said Wyatt. We aren't going to have to move to another neighborhood after all. The end. There's also a couple of follow-up questions at the back of the book. What was Wyatt having a problem with in the story? What things did Wyatt think about trying to improve the situation? Well, avoiding his friend by wearing a disguise, pretending to be sick, moving away. What were any of these realistic ways to handle the problem? I don't think so. Moving is a pretty big deal. I don't think your parents would be too excited about that option. What advice did Wyatt's mother give him about the problem? She suggested he talk to his friend about the problem. What is the I statement? It's a way to talk to someone else about a problem. It goes like this. I feel, insert the word, when you, insert the word, I want, insert the word. And so it's something like this. I feel frustrated when you don't clean up our toys. I want you to pick up our toys first before you go home. That's an I statement. What happened when Wyatt used the I statement with Max? Max understood what the problem was and agreed to change his behavior. So practice using the I statement in class. You could role play discussing a problem with a friend using the I statement. And I think you'll find it's a really good tool in your toolbox for getting along well with others. So that is Wyatt the Wonderdog. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Mr. Harrison giving you a Wildcat wave. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, Wildcats.